So you're thinking about new construction. Congrats. You've got nice taste. But nothing gets me more fired up than when people use the wrong loan or a loan that isn't most advantageous to them when purchasing or building a home, investment property, any of the above. As someone who has been through this process and who was, let's say, ill-advised to use the wrong loan type, I can reassure you, I can completely tell you that you do not want to be in that position. And I hope to God that no one I'm ever helping feels that way. So today, I want to run through the 3 different types of construction loans, let's say, or ways to buy a new construction home. There are big pros and cons for each of these. And if you choose the right one for your situation that aligns with your goals, you can actually end up saving thousands in the end. New construction is a term broadly used in the field of real estate. It refers to buying a already maybe halfway constructed, newly constructed, unoccupied ever home. But then people also use it when they're referring to building a home and more of a custom build situation. So the first thing that you need to do if you're considering new construction at all is sit down and figure out what type are you considering. Because either way, you're most likely buying a home from a builder. But are you looking at one that's more, done by the builder? You're not really customizing much, if anything. Or are you looking to work hands-on with a builder to customize a home that truly fits your needs? These are 2 different paths to new construction, and the loans to achieve them and purchase them are very different. If you think that you're just wanting to buy a new construction home, but you're not wanting to go through the building process with a builder, then the typical new construction tagged home is probably for you. And the really big perk here is that most of the time you can buy a new construction home this way with a normal mortgage, an FHA, conventional VA, all of those typical big loan types. If you decide to go this route, the builder might require some type of non-refundable deposit from you to pay for those alterations and specific things that you're requiring, just in the event that you were to back out so that they can recoup those costs of the modifications that they made. If you decide to buy a new construction home this way, you are not having to go through the hassle of finding a plot of land and potentially purchasing the land. You're not having to go through the process of, finding a builder, working through builder contracts, coming up with floor plans, all of those things. You literally pick a house. It may not be started yet, but you're going to buy it it's kind of already in the process of being set by the builder. And through this process, like I said, you can buy that house with a normal mortgage, go to the closing table, sign a bunch of papers, and pay on that new construction home just as you would if you bought a normal resale home. Now, on the flip side, if you want to go the custom build route for your new construction home, there are 2 loan types that I want to talk through, and they are very, very different. And this is where a true money savings can come into play. If you're not cautious about the type of construction loan that you're taking on, you may end up getting into a situation where you are going to have to pay and go through 2 or 3 closings. And while, some people may think that there's no harm in that besides your hand getting really tired from signing all of those documents, what is easily forgotten a lot of times is that going through those closings comes through with a lot of fees associated with the title company that is likely doing those closings. And the reason for that is if you choose a normal construction loan for your project versus a construction to permanent loan or a CP loan. If you decide to work with a builder, hire them, let's say, to build your house the exact way you want it with all the specifications that you've agreed upon laid out, you're likely going to maybe consider a construction loan. And with that loan, you are taking out money from the bank to pay for the process of constructing that custom home. But what is easily forgotten is that you are not yet paying for that home, just essentially the construction cost of building it. So if you go ahead and you hire a builder and you get a normal construction loan, you will close on that construction loan with the bank and title company that allowed you to get it. Then once construction is completed, you will take out a mortgage and close on the mortgage for the house that you have completed. So that right there is 2 closings, and that's not considering if you had to buy and close on the property, like the actual physical land, before that process began. Now let me walk through a situation that may avoid a little bit of the stress for you, and that is the construction to permanent loan. And this is also a great option for people who are considering that custom build process with a builder. But in this case, you only have 1 closing and it's at the very end. Here's where you could potentially save a couple $1,000s by only having that 1 closing. A construction to permanent loan allows you to get 1 loan to construct and complete and pay off your new construction home. Now, of course, with all these different types of loans, you're going to want to reach out to a mortgage loan officer or, someone who does construction loans and talk through the pros and cons, because of course, different banks, different loan types vary on their fees, and you want to know all of those different things ahead of time. That's going to be the way to make the most advantageous home purchase for you and your current situation. Let me know in the comments below where you're considering building or, buying one that's already started. I am super interested in new construction and would love to hear about where you're considering breaking ground. My name is Nicole Nark, and I put out real estate content on this channel weekly. I'm based in Arkansas, but like this video, I try to put out tips that will be applicable to anyone in any area. So if you have any more questions about the process of new construction, appraisals in that process, should you do an inspection when you're buying a new construction home, let me know in the comments below, and I'd be more than happy to answer those questions or make a video on the topic. In the meantime, have a great rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon.